Hey, what's going on, everyone? Boylon here, and today I want to talk to you guys about the new Young Avengers that are going to be coming in the next patch. Well, I mean Squirrel Girl coming, and the rest of them being retagged as Young Avengers. I know quite a few people have been talking about this lately, and I know it's largely focused around Squirrel Girl, but I do want to touch on some of the things that I've been thinking about regarding this. And to do that, we're going to have to jump back over to the blog post from Friday to go over a few of those things that have been bugging me. Right, so first we're actually just going to take a quick look at Squirrel Girl's kit again, really briefly. So she is a Hero City bio support, and she's support, so she's not a hero brawler. I actually was kind of expected her to be a hero brawler, and so this is where the sort of Miss Marvel hero brawler thing starts to come apart. Now her kit is actually pretty good, I think, and maybe I'm one of the few people who actually is kind of looking forward to Squirrel Girl. I know there's a lot of hate online, and I said this in my last video, or in my blog post video, that there seems to be a lot of people who don't like the fact that she's coming to the game. I think the biggest issue I'm having with her is that it is the Young Avengers tag, and I'm one of those people who did actually read the comics when I was, I don't know how long ago now, maybe 10 years ago. I don't remember when the original Young Avengers came out, but I have them, and I love those characters. And so to see the Young Avenger tag coming into the game with really only one of them of the four listed who are actually who was actually a Young Avenger, and not even one of the original Young Avengers, seems a bit strange. Anyhow, so I do like Squirrel Girl's kit though, and so let's get started with this. And I love that the fact that she does give offense down and ignores it. So a little bit of a Deadpool move here, applying offense down. What I do want to know is whether or not this is going to be a 1-turn or 2-turn. I'm not sure. The reason why I say this is because Symbiote Spider-Man, he applies defense down for 2 turns. He's a newer character, and with power creep, I think there is a possibility this could be the case. It might sound a bit OP, but given some of the characters lately, this isn't too much to stretch. Why wouldn't they have posted this, though, if this was actually 2 turns, though? I don't know. And maybe you might need orange ability mats for this. We'll have to really see what things come out when the patch goes live, which I kind of hope might be next Tuesday, but we'll have to see, either that or the Tuesday after that. And the healing here, at 3 cooldowns is really great. It heals the young. We don't know how many, Young Avengers this is going to heal. It just is at low health, and what does that mean? Is that under 50%, or hopefully not less than that? 50% would be fine. Any lower would be a bit harsh. Clear all negative effects from all allies. So this works on everyone, and same does this heal all allies for an additional percentage of this. So this is a pretty standard heal here, but then it also heals additionally for the Young Avengers. And I said this a bit on the blog post video, I think, and the problem with healers and then healers with this is that heal block will probably still block this unless the negative effects comes first. Kind of like Shuri. When Shuri heals, it she can still heal into heal block and it does nothing. I do like that there's a little bit of an extra damage and assist here, so that's kind of nice, because a lot of the hero brawlers tend to have, I keep saying hero brawlers, the Young Avengers have something on their basic that they can do. America Chavez has the defense down, Miles is going to get the additional buff clearing now, and I guess Miss Marvel doesn't really have anything, I don't think, but those ones, and the Squirrel Army, I really hope that this animation is awesome. I hope to see hundreds of squirrels just coming over and eating people's faces or something like that. And this is another thing where I hope that this is a 2-turn offense down as well. So characters like Ebony Maw, Symbiote Spider-Man with all of his debuffs, they tend to be 2 turns. I think we're kind of in the period now in the game where we need to start seeing 2 turns of a status effect. I think 1 turn would be very weak, even though it's on a 5 cooldown. I think we would still need to see 2-turn offense down, and maybe either 2 turns of bleed or an additional stack of bleed or something like that. And maybe we're waiting to see the orange ability mats and see how that plays out, but we'll have to really wait and see, I guess, for the patch. The passive Unbeatable, and this looks really good as well, and I have the exact same sentiment here. So apply defense up to the ally that's low health, and gives Squirrel Girl speed bar. I kind of got this confused, I think, last time, so I thought it was filling the low health Young Avengers ally, but it's actually, I'm pretty sure this is Squirrel Girl's speed bar. But again, with the defense up, I hope that this is 2 turns defense up, not just 1 turn defense up. Some might say that's a bit OP, but with things like the symbiotes Venom's passive, he does 2 turns defense up, so it's not too much of a stretch to think that Squirrel Girl would do the same as well. Same with the drains as well. I hope that this is maybe on the higher side, 50% at least, would be great. 100% might be a bit too OP given that, the symbiote is the exact same thing, but we'll have to wait and see. 100% is quite a bit, but that would be great, and that would help them in game modes like Dark Dimension, Raids. That would help create new different teams for that, so that would be awesome. Gain max health. They're going to have a lot of health, I think, because between America Chavez and Squirrel Girl, there's a lot of extra max health stats here. So we'll have to wait and see how much that actually is. America Chavez, I think, gives 20%, so if this is, another 20 or 30%, that's like a lot of health across the board. But I do want to just jump back really quickly to the rest of them. America Chavez, Spider-Man Miles, and Ms. Marvel. So I'm sort of concerned that they might drop some of their functionality as it exists. So it doesn't really say, it just says there's a little bit of adjustments being made to America Chavez's passive, which is the max health. Miles Morales getting extra positive effects from his clearing from his basic when Squirrel Girl is an ally, and Ms. Marvel's assist now basically working with the Young Avengers. Some of the things that we don't know, though, is America Chavez is a special, which gives additional damage for hero brawlers. Now, is that going to remain the case, or is it going to add Young Avengers? Is it going to add? I don't know. Is it only going to be Young Avengers? And the same thing for Ms. Marvel, who actually has hero brawlers in her kit as well. So is it going to include just Young Avengers? Does it include both? I kind of hope that they remain, that this is just adding it on. Same with the taunt here for Ms. Marvel. So the 2 deflect when a Young Avenger ally drops below 50% health. Is that going to be a taunt and 2 deflects? Because that's how it sort of works right now with 2 deflects for hero brawlers. Or sorry, I mean a taunt with hero brawlers. So is Young Avenger allies, are they going to get 2 deflect and the taunt? I don't know. And I guess the taunt mechanism really is only for hero brawlers, so that doesn't affect Squirrel Girl. That Squirrel Girl's not a hero brawler, even though America Chavez and Miles is. So there are some questions that need to be answered still regarding this sort of rework for Young Avengers as well. And I just want to do a quick peek over onto the game itself and check out a bit of the 3 characters that are being reworked here, so we can take a better look at what they kind of are missing, what they kind of need, and what we might expect of a 5th character coming out for the Young Avengers. So we're back into the game in my roster here, searching through hero brawlers. So these are the hero brawlers I have, and of course Ms. Marvel, Miles, and America Chavez all on the bottom of my list. I haven't really done much with them, although I do have 4 red stars for them, so who knows, maybe they'll see some reappearance with the Young Avengers coming soon. Ms. Marvel, I think all of them lack something a little bit, and their damage I don't really think their damage is all that high. And I'm kind of concerned. I don't know what Scopely next, what they're intended with the Young Avengers patch or this rework for them. Where are we intending to be using them? Is it going to be raids? And if it's raids, why would we use these characters over some of the existing characters that we already have, which are already pretty good? What reason are we going to have to use the Young Avengers as they stand, and for what? Maybe they're going to be sort of this next, an early game, mid game sort of team for newer players. But for late game players, I don't know what there is for us to actually, what incentives there are for us to actually level them, and what are they going to bring to the field that we don't already have already. And the things that I'm kind of concerned about is the hero brawler portion of the tags. I mentioned that just a few minutes ago. Are they going to extend this at all? Are they going to keep it, or what are they going to do? Is everything in the blog post what we're going to get, or is there more that we aren't seeing? And I hope there is more, because I think they need more work than that. They're kind of old characters, Ms. Marvel and Miles particularly. I guess they're, I don't know, like 2 years old at this point. And I think they need a lot more work than just what was mentioned in the blog post. I would say they're kind of weak. There's no AoE damage with any of them, really. Nothing solid. I mean, the damages are quite low percentage-wise compared to any real blaster characters or anything like that. So if there's a 5th character coming, I don't know. Either we need a tank because they're going to drop the tanking portion of Miss Marvel, or I don't know. I am not convinced that Squirrel Girl alone is going to be enough to, you know, make this team. And there, you know, it is going to be a 4-person team, which is very similar to Marauders, who we're actually seeing a 5th coming soon, but that's going to be a completely different video when I talk about Marauders. But is this going to be worth investing in with Squirrel Girl and the 3 of them, and what are we going to use them for? Are they going to be a half-baked sort of alliance war team on defense or on offense, or what, or where? I think we're going to see Squirrel Girl have a lot of functionality given her kit in Dark Dimension 3. I think alongside the 3 symbiotes, I think this has been talked about by others, but I definitely think the Squirrel Girl plus the 3 symbiotes, you know, plus an extra city character, whoever that might be, would be more than enough to get through the the city section of Dark Dimension 3, which I actually am getting to soon. So I don't know if I'll be finished by the time Squirrel Girl comes out or not, but something to look forward to, maybe, that I might add her into my second run. But in terms of the Young Avengers, not only am I kind of disappointed that they're included in the Young Avengers and they're not actually Young Avengers with the exception of America Chavez, I don't know. I'm not sure what to say. There's little good I can say about the characters. I don't. They're all really kind of ragtaggy, you know. They've been sitting around kind of collecting dust for a while. Miss Marvel's, the hero brawlers were decent, you know. They weren't OP or over the top by any means. They were just sort of that leftover team. Looking at some of the characters that I was using with them, Gamora is another sort of dead weight-ish character that nobody really uses in truly anymore, I think. And I don't know. I actually dismantled my Wakandan teams because I have Killmonger in my Mercs team, so Black Panther's kind of homeless as well for me, and then obviously Captain Marvel is a floater. With Beast coming in the next patch, it's highly likely that Psylocke might get the boot out of the X-Men team, so where is she going to go as well? So there are some questions that need answered, particularly around Miss Marvel and her functionality with the hero brawlers. Is that still going to exist or not? America Chavez is a special shooting star. This gives 50% extra damage per hero brawler, which is quite substantial. Like, if you have 4 hero brawlers, that's 200% damage. So is this being extended to hero brawlers plus Young Avengers? Those are kind of some questions that need answering, especially when, if anyone has some T4s in here, that's an additional, that's 75% damage per hero brawler ally, which I don't have. I have actually seen a video with, like a 7 red star America Chavez, and it does hit really hard. But, she doesn't have, her kit is weird. I think the AI plays really terribly with her because it starts with Starling Highway, which is her clearing the positive effects, which normally isn't what you want to start in the beginning. Typically, it's normally the shooting star. It's normally the special that you want to do for the damage. So I don't think that, unless there's some big reworks on them, I don't think they're going to play all that well on the defense in Alliance War. They could play okay on Alliance War offense, but I just really don't know what they're going for with this. I also do want to point out that I actually am looking forward to Squirrel Girl. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this, but I am. And I'll probably level her up to a decent level, and if she turns out to be really good, I'm going to throw her up into probably tier 14 for Dark Dimension 3. Now, I don't know what kind of not mini uniques, superior uniques she's going to need yet. Hopefully we'll find that out soon. And how many sets of mini uniques we're going to need as well. So that might eat into it over, after I do Venom, then I'll do Squirrel Girl. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're planning for Young Avengers. I don't know what they're really thinking. I don't know if it's going to be any good using them or not as a full team. Well, it's not even a full team, like I said. But can one extra player, one extra character, a 5th character really make that much of a difference and, turn them from mediocre at best to amazing? I don't know. Time will tell. So it really depends on who they plan to add with that. And there's quite a bit of choice in terms of characters that they could add into the Young Avengers as a 5th slot. But I'm not going to address that here in this video. I just wanted to get your guys' opinion on, and let you guys know what I felt about the Young Avengers, and kind of interested to hear what you guys think about them. And are they going to be worth leveling up? Are they going to be worth bringing up past sort of the average tier 9, tier 10? I don't know. Where are we going to use them? What game modes are they designed for? Those are kind of the things. While I don't normally like them giving that to us, you know, I do like some theory crafting around characters. I think with so many characters in the game now, though, I don't know if I have a place for them. I don't know if I need them, you know. So what are they going to do that other people can't already do? I think that's the biggest question right now for them. And, well, that's it for me for today's video on the Young Avengers. I definitely know there's more to be addressed here, and hope that in time we'll figure it out, either through the patch update itself, or maybe some clarifications this coming Friday on the blog post, or something like that. Even Marauders as a foursome were designed as a war defense team, but for these guys, I just have zero idea what they're intended to be for. Let me know what you guys think that they might be intended for, though, and maybe we can brainstorm some ideas for them together. I think we'll see a lot of use for Squirrel Girl as a support character, either for raids or Dark Dimension, or both. But aside from that, maybe we'll just have to wait however many months until they add a 5th character. I mean, it took like 8-9 months before we got a 5th Marauder, so, but none of the Young Avengers are as OP as Mr. Sinister is, so I really don't know how impressive these 4 are going to be as a foursome. But anyways, I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their week, and until next time guys, stay safe. Boylon signing out.